What's up, everybody? It is official. All of our ice fishing gear is out of the water and, believe it or not, in working condition. So let's get right into how it happened, how we got everything out. Here we go, guys. Enjoy. Are currently ice busting to get the boat off the trailer. Okay, so the original game plan for the weekend that we came up with the night before in a matter of about 5 minutes was Friday morning we were going to fish for coho salmon in Marquette, and we were going to head 3.5 hours east to Sugar Island. We were going to fish the St. Mary's River for Atlantic salmon, coho, steelhead, all that kind of good stuff. And then Sunday we were going to head back west. We were going to get on the Tequamanon River, and we were going to fish for smallmouth with a chance of accidentally hooking into a muskie. But plans changed. Mother Nature was not so great on us. We got a little antsy getting the boat out, so we really weren't able to put the boat in anywhere, though we did get to make a few casts. But the trip was kind of more or less about recovering all of our lost ice fishing gear with just the bonus of possibly being able to fish. First thing we did when we got to Sugar Island was met up with the only guy that was crazy enough to help us out. He was a commercial fisherman, born and raised in the Upper Peninsula. Luckily, he had some background in ice rescue, which really helped us out. He had a couple of those Mustang survival suits. So you're able to stay in the water for some crazy amount of time, like 80 or 90 hours in one of these suits at 0-degree temperature water, which isn't even possible, but that's what they're rated for. So they're seriously, seriously awesome suits. The first day, basically what we did was we were able to cut a trench from about a quarter mile from where we were standing on the ice to where everything went through. Then we broke out all the ice in that trench, cleared it out, and then we were able to take about probably 500 to 700 feet of rope, probably somewhere right in there. And we used that to just slowly pull out everything while the diver was kind of just going back and forth, breaking stuff loose from the bottom, guiding it in. Honestly, it was just so incredible how easy, well, at least for us, all we had to do was pull, but how kind of simple it was to get everything out. Luckily, the deepest water the whole way through the trench was only about 5 to maybe 5.5 foot deep, so there was no diving equipment required. All we used two 10-pound air tanks. Were pulled underwater and hooked onto the machines, and that helped them just enough just to float up over the solid bottom and kind of just rest on top of the mud, which made pulling the rope and then dragging them, honestly, almost probably 1/8 to 1/4 mile underneath the ice. It made that task a little more easy, plus having 5 or 6 people to be able to pull onto the rope and, the diver pushing the machines. Probably the scariest moment of the entire experience is coming up here in just a second. We were all standing right on the edge of the open trench trying to pull the snowmobile up out of the water. And as soon as the skis got up on top of the ice and slid and then the track hit the edge of the trench, the whole sheet kind of shifted down a couple inches and water was flowing up on top. And I kind of just saw, luckily, it was only 3 or 4 foot deep where we were standing, but we definitely all could have ended up pretty wet pretty quick. Finally did it. Everything out. You feeling better now, Dad?
Oh, I'm just wonderful.
How's she riding, Bill?
One of the biggest things we were worried about after, we all celebrated, got everything out. We're like, what do we do about a 1/4 mile trench through the ice? So we had to mark it, make sure that nobody else was gonna find our same fate.
As you guys can see, everything is out of the water. The only thing that we lost was a 5-gallon bucket. So virtually no harm to the environment. Fish are still swimming around happy, including all the fish that we lost. But that's not a big deal. Everyone lived. We got all our stuff back. And God forbid it ever happens again, we know how to handle it. As always, your Vice President, Scott Evans. Happy adventures.